The final question, and I like this question. One tradition on Halloween is the telling of scary stories. Do you know any scary stories?
I mean, not nothing original. I just the stories that I know are the stories,
Anything
stories
scary
that got
happened to
told.
you?
I do remember this, and I don't know what I can call it, but I do remember this. I remember I had a dream one time. I think I was like 13 or 14 years old, and I never forgot this. And I don't know if it was my mom playing tricks or whatever, but in the dream, it was like some scary man's head floating around my room, right? That's the parts that I remember, but this part I distinctly remember. It was just it was a dude. He had a dark face, a kind of vampire face with like Link pointy Zelda ears.
Okay.
And it was just a scary looking motherfucker. And his head was floating around my room. And I remember in the dream, I was in my room, in my bed, like watching, like following his head around the room. And when I woke up, and call it what you will, when I woke up, like I felt myself like do like this.
Oh shit.
So I've always wondered, yo, was I fucking floating or something?
Right.
Like what was that? I had this sensation that I fell onto my bed when I woke up. And that shit freaked me out for years. I'll never forget that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. A couple scary dreams I had.
I would say the scariest thing that's ever happened in my life, like spooky, scary. I was living in Irvington, and I was maybe 13 years old, something like that. And unfortunately, the part of Irvington that I lived in wasn't that great. So we used to have like people used to break into our shed in the back and like steal my bike and all of that shit. It actually happened twice. Busted the lock, all of that. No fucking shame. So my dad decided to put up some sensor lights or whatever in the back. Scare somebody off, whatever. Now, the thing about them sensor lights is that they go off for any motherfucker. All right. A cat goes back there, sensor light, whatever. One night, it's me, my sister is out, and my mom is upstairs asleep, I think. And my dad is working the night shift. So essentially, it's just me in the crib. And I'm in my room, and the window in my room faced the backyard.
Yeah.
Sensor light goes off. Normal shit. Probably playing video games, whatever. I pause my shit and I go to just look, as I always do, expected to see a cat or something like that. But on this day, I did not see a cat. What I saw was a man. And it was late at night, around like 11 or something. And he was looking into my sister's window.
Yo.
Yes. Imagine being 13 years old and you pull your shade to look and you literally see a tall man dressed in dark clothes peering into the window.
Yeah.
That was right next to me. And I'll never forget this. I picked up the phone. I called my father. And I'm like, Dad. No. There's a man in the back. And my dad, never forget this. He was like, what are you on the phone with me for? Call the cops.
Yes.
And I was like,
agree.
okay. Hung up with my dad, called the cops. Cops were on the way, called my dad back. And I'm pretty sure he did stay on the phone with me that time. But initially he was like, hey, what you doing? Call the motherfucking cops. Calling me. Fuck I'm gonna do from New York. So the cops ended up coming and they didn't find nobody. Come to find out, I don't know if it was the next day or a couple days after, our next door neighbor said that they ended up seeing someone in our backyard looking into my sister's window, and he ended up jumping our fence and fighting the dude. And the dude tried to run away, but he caught his arm and pulled it, And he said he pretty sure that he broke the dude's arm, but the dude ended up running away. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Real shit right there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a scary. Like you, when you're a fucking kid, seeing
See
that,
something like that, yeah, that'll fuck you up.
oh man, that's not what you want to see.
Thanks for listening to the Trash Talk G's. See y'all next week.